If you're a traveler and you're looking to ditch the traditional carry-on suitcase and replace it with a backpack that will not only store like a luggage, but have a carrying capacity to match, I got two bags for you today. One that will go toe-to-toe with literally any carry-on luggage in terms of carrying capacity, and another more traditional size backpack, like a daily on-the-go, on-the-ground backpack that still packs a massive punch and also acts like a luggage. So let's get into the first bag, the more compact travel bag made by a brand called Almond Oak. Here are some stats in terms of dimensions and materials. Now, because they're like luggage bags, they open clamshell style. So just like a traditional luggage suitcase, right up. And we got two main compartments here with a little special trick I'll show you later. But one main compartment and then a zippered mesh compartment on the opposite end of the bag that opens up. And we're going to pack this out so you can see shortly here. But just so you can see, this is what it looks like empty upon opening the clamshell compartments. Now, everybody's packing style and packing needs may vary, but I just wanted to kind of show you capacity here in terms of items and objects. We got a sweater, we got about 4 t-shirts here, like athletic t-shirts, 2 pairs of pants, jeans, and kind of like a sweat athletic pant. And in the zippered compartment, we got a DOP kit or a tech kit, so something of formidable size, a pretty large one. We got 4 pairs of socks, and of course, my most intimate underoos, 4 pairs of underwear. So that just gives you kind of a basic idea of what we're working with. So pretty decent in terms of capacity there. We're gonna close it up and go to the next compartment and show you what we got on the very front of the bag. Now keep in mind that main compartment is packed to the brim, so that's kind of going to limit me on what I can put into that front compartment. So if I had to remove a couple items, that would free me up some space in the front. So just keep that in mind. But upon opening, we have a nice open spot here with a zippered mesh compartment on the far left side for some small items, maybe like a small wallet, some cards, your earbuds, and then one main kind of divided section for something bigger, and then 2 sections at the very far right for pencils or like an Apple pen pencil type of deal, but a nice open section for some quick access items at the front of the bag. And what I got in here is I've got a large battery bank, a passport holder, a wallet. And again, it's kind of tough because I have it packed up so much in that main compartment, but you see you've got a lot of room to throw some items in there. You could probably throw a water bottle. Not that you would because there is a section dedicated to that on the side, but huge versatility. You could throw a Switch in there, an iPad mini in there, a lot to work with, which is really great to see. I love seeing compartmentalization that allows flexibility with a bag. Now moving to that back padded compartment, it opens up right here like this, not all the way, like a quarter zip, so a quarter to the shoulder. Opens nice and it's very padded, that felt lining. We got 3 compartments, technically 4 I guess. So one very front compartment divided with this kind of mesh. It's very flexible, short in terms of its height, maybe half the height of the bag. 3/4 of this padded felt divider up the back of the bag for your computer, your iPad, and then a nice mesh zippered compartment, again for some quick access items. We'll pack it out in a bit, but this is where the trick, or how I use the trick of the bag, you can do it for different things, but as you're going to see here, I got a little bit, some keys, a wallet, some earbuds in that quick access slot. But because this bag is so packed tight, here is a 14-inch MacBook Pro. I'm having some trouble getting it in there. Very, very tight, very, very tight. But this bag has an expandable zipper that expands the width of the bag by about 2 inches, I would say. As you're going to see, in terms of space, it gives you a nice bit of wiggle room if you want to pack more stuff in that main compartment. You know, you can use it for that. Or if that main compartment's packed up and you're having some issues in the back side of the backpack like I am, you just open this up. As you can see, you know, give yourself a couple inches, about 1.5 inches kind of deal. And when I unzip this, I'm gonna have a much better time fitting items in the back of the bag. When the MacBook was having some issues getting in, now I can put it in with ease. And not only that, I have a folio here with an iPad mini in it, and I'm gonna be able to put that in the bag as well because I freed up that space with that expandable zipper feature. So really, really nice to see versatility in the bag, packed tight, and tons of item for a very actually normal regular size backpack. Huge win. So if you're looking for something smaller that still acts as a luggage backpack, Can't go wrong with this. Here's a closer look at that outside water-resistant exterior, that 2800D nylon. We also have YKK zippers throughout the bag and a Hypalon zipper pull tab, which you can see here with that Almond Oak laser engraving. It's the only branding on the bag, which is kind of cool, very minimalistic. But it has a nice tactility, kind of like a rubber feel, so really great for pulls and, grippability when opening the zippers. We also have some threaded nylon handles on the backpack. At the very top, we have a minimally padded one. It's not cheap feeling, it feels really nice, feels very sturdy. A nice nylon handle at the top to lift the bag, but we also have those nylon straps or handles on both the left and right hand side of the bag. So if the bag's on its back, if it's standing up, if it's sideways, you have multiple angles and sides to grab and hold on to this bag. Really, really nice. Again, versatility to the max. Super, super awesome to see. There is also on the side of the bag a little hidden compartment, a little bit of a different zipper than the other ones, not the same Almond Oak engraving, but a passport zippered compartment. Now, I'm not going to put a passport in here because I have a passport in the bag already, but I'm going to use a Samsung Galaxy Fold 6 to show you depth and height that you can fit a full device in there, but it is meant for a passport, a little secret compartment, but just another great option for packability. So let's take a look at the straps. Really nice, grippy straps, nice padding, very comfortable, not overly padded, but enough to keep things comfortable. We have some adjustable height and removable sternum straps on those as well, with that fidlock system that I mentioned. Now, that's like a magnetic system on a rail that kind of really easily just locks into place. It's not crazy safe, like if I pull up it'll come off, but otherwise if it's just left to right, you're gonna have no issues with that coming apart. In terms of adjustability on those straps, just your classic basic plastic adjustable shoulder strap on either side, what you're used to seeing, nothing crazy. But on the back of this bag, you have a pass-through system for if you want to throw this on top of luggage. Like if you have your traditional luggage, you can put that on that guide rail system and slide it through. Also on the rear of this bag, this foam that you find on the shoulder straps is also on the back, super padded, which is great on your back, but also to protect your device like your laptop or your electronics when it's packed tight. On the one side, you do have a water bottle slot, and because the other side has that secret, passport section, there is nothing on the other side. It's closed off, but you do have a section for a water bottle on the right side of the bag if you need it. Moving on to the large 40-liter travel backpack. This is the Tortuga Travel Backpack Pro with some stats up here for you. We're going to jump right into it, opening that main clamshell compartment. Very similar to the Almond Oak, there's two sections, one really large open space in the one compartment, and then at the back, you have that meshed zipper compartment again. In terms of how these bags are set up, it's very similar. One is just a much larger capacity, and you're going to see it on body. Very, very, very big backpack. So we're going to show you what I fit into this bag. You got two sweaters here, a pair of sweatpants. We have another pair of pants, a pair of shorts, a dop kit, a sling, and a size 11.5 pair of dress shoes, my electronic toothbrush. Opening up the other side, we have some khaki pants, a t-shirt, a thin hoodie. We got another shirt, and then we got some underwear and some socks and deodorant. You know the deal, but it packs a big punch. Very similar to a stowaway carry-on luggage. Now, in terms of materials, this is a sailcloth, a 3-layer sailcloth. Very similar in terms of like a ripstop nylon in terms of texture. But here's some stats. Super, super heavy-duty, waterproof, very, very tough material. But just know in terms of how it feels, more like a ripstop feel to it. Waterproof zippers throughout. Also, YKK zippers. Anywhere that there's a dual zipper from either end, you're going to see that they are lockable. There is options to lock these zippers But just where the dual ones are, as you see at the very top where the quick access slot is, it is not lockable. At the very front of the bag, it opens up about 3/4 of the way down, and it is a really tall, long bag, so even those 3/4, it still opens up quite a lot. You have a nice quick access slot at the top, a few spots for some cards or business cards, a zipper for some other items like a wallet or a phone, a nice mesh spot at the front as well. And at the very front of the bag, that single zipper for, quick access items, various things, whatever you can put in there. It also has a key ring loop in there. So it might just be easier to show you what we're working with in terms of the two other compartments. As we all saw, we have in the center here, which is this dual zipper. In the center, we have that main clamshell opening. The 3/4 zip here, actually a 1/4 zip at the back, and then the 3/4 zip at the front that I just showed you in the video there. So lots and lots of space at the very front of the bag. Essentially, you have two large backpacks compressed at the top and bottom of a luggage clamshell opening. So let's just get into the rear compartment. I showed you that front compartment. Let's see into the back here. Now, being this is just like a 1/4 zip, it's not going to open up as much. But what you're going to see here is you have a nice felt-lined and padded section for your full-size MacBook or, let's say, a tablet. But right here we have the very large MacBook Pro, the old school one. I think this is a 16-inch. Tons and tons of space on either end. You're going to have no issues putting any size tablet or device in there. We have another slot kind of padded at the front of that laptop or tablet compartment, and it goes all the way down as well. So I have that folio with the iPad mini in there. Let's just toss that in there. And as you can see with that felt, this is a nice Velcro. You can kind of keep things nice and protected and from moving and jostling around or falling out. So we're going to keep that slotted there. We have a meshed zippered compartment. Single zipper from the one side. Throw some stuff in there. Here's that battery bank from before, a 20,000 milliamp power bank. Goes in there. See if we can zip it up, no problem. Now, it's getting kind of tight in here because we have it kind of packed out. You don't have a ton more room. Maybe you could slip something in there small, like a little passport holder or a small wallet. So we'll throw that in there. And that's kind of what you're working with. We have a zipper at the back here, but this is really not a zipper for any access. This is just to give you to the structured spine of the bag, access to that. But that's really nothing there. So we're going to close that one down, and we're going to go to the front of the bag. So as you can see, tons and tons and tons of space here. Let's move this around so you can see, hopefully. What can we fit in here? A DOP kit or a tech kit easily can fit all the way at the bottom of the bag. You can put it vertically, even have some more space. We're just going to lay it down flat, though. I'm running out of items to put in this bag. A Theragun, a massage. I don't know, maybe you need some long travels for your muscles. You do that up. Passport. Now, there's an actual dedicated spot on this bag I'll show in a little bit, so I'm not going to use this. But here's a wallet, a little spot for like a wallet. Maybe some earbuds here. Can go in there, no problem. Those slots, like I showed you, they're 1, 2, 3, 4 for cards, for a pen or a pencil. Let's open this one up here. What do we got going on? What can we throw in here? A device. This is an iPhone 16 Pro, not the huge one, just a regular size one. You still got room. Let's see. Got a flashlight. Some adventures, maybe. Zip that up. There. And we also have this section again, kind of structured at the top. Not a ton of firmness, a little bit of flex here. Can we fit a Nintendo Switch? Here we go. Almost perfectly for a Nintendo Switch. And, as you can see, guys, there's still lots. Throw some sunglasses in there. If you really wanted to pack this out, you have all of this here. Spots for your cards. Like I said, infinite packability on this bag. Keys. As I said, we got the key ring here. We can throw some keys in there. It's never ending. As I had mentioned, there's a dedicated spot, again, for something like your phone or your passport on the waist, a lockable waist section on this bag on the right and the left, which gives you access to a space to store smaller items. So let's take a look and see what those smaller items could be. As I mentioned, two sides, a single zipper, opens up, and it fits things like, here's a passport, a very small passport holder. Can fit in there, so you could put something like your passport or a wallet, and you could zip that up. Or once again, the iPhone 16 Pro, something like a device. Let's see if we can get that in there. It's kind of tight. It's what she said, brother. Anyway, you didn't hear that from me. Sorry guys. Here we go. So, phone, passport, things of that nature. Just another section of the bag to stow and store items. Infinite packability. For me, both these bags did a really, really great job. I mean, infinite packability with the Tortuga 40 liter, albeit a little bit bulky for me, though. If you're looking for something to completely replace a carry-on luggage, you really can't go wrong with that. That probably holds more than a carry-on luggage. For me, I really love the Almond Oak because I love versatility, and I don't know if I would take a backpack over a carry-on luggage. I'm kind of like a dual-wielding traveler, one backpack, one carry-on luggage type deal. So I was a really big fan of the Almond Oak. I could really see myself using that as my daily driver backpack. I mean, at the end of the day, I think both of these bags serve their purpose very well, but for myself, again, either one of these use cases will come down to personal preference. I am a dual wielder traveler. I like a dedicated backpack and I like a dedicated like carry-on luggage. I'm not a huge checked bag type of guy, but yeah, for me, I love the versatility of the Almond Oak, the lightweight. You could really just use it as a gym bag, your work bag, you know, put the tablet, your laptop, things of that nature. I like the versatility of it. But again, I think both of them, for what they're made for, you know, depending on your needs, I think they're gonna serve you very, very well. If I had to be nitpicky with the Tortuga bag, I think there's a lot going on. There's just a lot going on. But again, I think that's the point. It's made to be your one travel bag. There's nothing else you need to take. If I could change one thing, maybe those waist straps that I showed you kind of lock at the waist, maybe that they could be detachable. I do find that when I was using that backpack, they kind of flop and hang everywhere if they're not locked into place. So maybe having the choice of those being detachable, that would, you know, make the use of that bag and the experience of that bag be a bit better. Otherwise, I think it does what it's supposed to do. Infinite packability, lots of versatility, although a bit bulky with a lot going on. How else can you get that much to be in a bag without that being the case? Almond Oak, if I had to be nitpicky, possibly the shoulder straps, a little bit more padding, just a tiny bit more padding. Not that they weren't padded enough, I just think maybe slightly more would have made it a little bit more comfortable. The back was actually perfect. I love the padding in the back, so maybe just a little bit more on those shoulder straps. And that laptop tablet area, that felt line protected area at the back of the bag, maybe a contrasting lighter color. I do find with black and dark bags, especially on the interior, if you're in a dimly lit area, when you throw stuff in, sometimes things can get lost in there. Again, being super nitpicky, if there was, you know, an option, or maybe just to have a lighter interior section just so you can see what's going on when you open up the bag, those would really be my only changes, I guess. Wherever your travels may take you, I think one of these two bags will do the trick, whether you want something more smaller, compact, or something even bigger. I've traveled to many places, used many backpacks, and this is the first time I've really used any luggage style backpacks, and I really was impressed, to be honest with you. So I do hope you found this video helpful, and that if you're in the market for something, whether it's a large or a small kind of travel backpack, that maybe one of these will do the trick for you. As always, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Be safe and well out there, and until the next one.